going on, folks? I'm about to show you how to diagnose as well as fix your AC unit if you come outside and once you turn your AC on, it's just making like a humming sound. Normally when you hear that humming sound like this, it pretty much means that your actual compressor itself is on and you got power going to your AC compressor. More than likely your capacitor is out. Now I'm going to show you how to check your capacitor. Well, a quick way to check your capacitor. There's multiple ways you can do it, but there's a quick way you can do it once you remove it by looking and make sure it's not bowed or not wobbling at the bottom or kind of bowed out at the top. The first thing you want to do before you start messing with your AC compressor is turn off the power to it. I would say turn off the power first to the actual on your house that goes to the compressor, and if you can't do that, there'll be a box that's right here that you can go inside of and be able to pull out the actual, like a fuse, or to be like a link pretty much that'll stop the power from going to your AC compressor. It's very important that you do. I'm about to do that now. Now to open up this box, normally what you have to do is take a little tab down here, just press down on it. When you press down, you can pop it out like that, and once you do, you kind of want to slide it down, up, and then push it in. This one's a little old, so I may have a problem. Yeah. Push it in, and it should stay up. And what you'll see inside of there, I've already pulled out the actual, I guess you would call it the fuse, or the connectors that will bring the power to the AC unit. And what that looks like is right here. Basically what this is inside of your box up in that slot, and you'll see it look like this, and you just want to pull it out if this is the type that you have. You may have something a little different, but in mine this is what I have, and a lot of people have these same type. You just pull this out of here, and once you've done that, that took the power away from the actual compressor itself. So now the next thing that you want to do, once again, also make sure that your power is completely off too, going to this box. I just turn off everything, pull this out, and turn the power off going to this box. Next, what you want to do to change the capacitor, normally it'll be like a access panel, like right here, you can see can be removed. And once you remove these screws, one right here, one at the bottom, it'll be two on the other side, this whole panel will come off. I'm about to show you that now. Okay, as you can see now, I've removed the actual panel itself, and when I've did that, you're able to see now, actually right here, in that circle, that cylinder circle thing right here, that's your capacitor. This is what more than likely is wrong with your AC unit. The reason why it's making, well, your actual compressor, the reason why it's making like a humming sound, but the fan won't come on. Another thing you could do to kind of test that is, when you have the compressor on and it's making a humming sound and the fan's not spinning, just take a stick or something like that down into the top of the fan where you can see the fan blade at and kind of spin it a little bit. A lot of time what this does, will actually give your fan like a slight jump start, and it'll make it start spinning, but normally it won't spin at the regular speed, maybe half speed or something like that, because your capacitor is bad. Now to remove your capacitor, what you do is just basically remove these wires that you'll see. I've already taken mine off of the top of it. Always also make sure you remember where the wires go back at. So kind of take a picture of it or look at it. On your capacitor itself, it'll have like different descriptions around the three different plug-ins, which is a dual capacitor, which you'll say, have one will say fan, one will say like a C, which stands for a common, and the other one will say like something to do with the compressor itself. It's like it's H-E-R-M, something like that, something to do with your compressor. Just remember where you took off the wires at on yours, looking at these little descriptions right here. Like this one says fan, I remember, okay, I had a brown wire on this one, and the other side says common, so I remember what wires was on which one. And to remove it's pretty simple. All you have to do to actually remove this is you'll see a screw right here. I've already unloosened it, and all you gotta do is just take that off. Sometimes you may be able to loosen it and you just kind of pull your capacitor on this one, I can just kind of pull it up and out like this, and now the capacitor is out. I'm going to show you another way also how to tell if the capacitor could be bad in your AC compressor. Okay, I got the capacitor out now, and I have a new capacitor, which is this one right here I'm going to be putting in. And what you want to do sometimes is look at the top of your capacitors. See, this is brand new, so it should look nice and flat at the top of it, as well as the bottom of it should be nice and flat to when you set it down, it sets down nice and flat. This is the one I took out, which I believe is bad. The top of it pretty much looks pretty flat, but as you can see at the bottom of it is actually rocking. It's wobbling around, which means it's kind of bowed out. If you can see, like when I'm moving it, it's like it's actually rocking. See, this one doesn't do that at all. It's completely flat against the actual, and the bottom of it's flat against the ground. And this one, as you see, is still rocking. It's like it's bowed out, and that's a sign that your capacitor has blown pretty much. So what you would want to do now is install this capacitor back into your AC unit, making sure you put the wires back onto the correct prongs, which you can look on here. You'll see, like, hold on, you should be able to see where it's saying, like this one right here has words that says fan, and that's a C, which stands for common. So just remember, when you took the old ones off, the wires, which probably has the same description on, I see fan, yeah, it's the same thing. So remember which wire goes where by the color scheme, and basically just reinstall your capacitor back into your AC compressor. Make sure everything is nice and tight and plugged on correctly, and then close it back up, put your fuse back in the box to send power back to your AC compressor, turn your master power back on to the actual circuit itself, and then test it. It should be good. Alright, thanks. Once again, folks, this is how you would change out a capacitor on an AC compressor that's making a humming sound but won't come on. And also, if it works when you spin it with like a stick or something, start spinning, that's a sure sign that there's something wrong with your capacitor. Alright, thanks.